Let's take a look at the brand new TCL Mini LED Google TV. Now this could well be the bargain buy of the year because it packs so many great technologies. Mini LED backlighting, Google TV, reputable brand. It should be a great performer. Let's take a look. Now, one of the best parts about getting a brand new TV, once you've set it up, you get to peel off the protective film, and who doesn't love that? Satisfying. Now, we'll tell you straight out of the box, this feels hyper-local. It feels like they've put the effort in for the Australian market. The box talks about their sponsorship of the Melbourne Cup Carnival, and it's always a good sign when you've got local streaming services like Stan on the remote. It's a great remote, very simplistic, but it has all the buttons. We're talking Netflix, Stan, Prime Video, Disney+, YouTube, and TCL. So there's a lot on here, plus the Google Assistant button. Because it's a Google TV, you've got some voice controls. I'll tell you what's interesting already about this setup screen. Black screen, white writing, and we can already see blooming around the white writing, but it's constrained to very small zones, and that is the Mini LED backlighting. And this is the challenging screen for any television because if you've got light coming from the edge, it's lighting all the way down here to light this. If it's coming from the back, it depends how big the zones are. And we can see here, the blooming, as I call it, is quite limited around the white writing. So I'll say it from the start, not OLED quality blacks and contrast between the blacks and the white in this case, but still very deep blacks in the non-usable areas. A couple other things straight out of the box while we're signing in here. A center-mounted TV. It's a bit of the rage at the moment with the premium look TVs, and I don't mind the look, this beautiful brushed metal here. But I will say one other thing at the back. The mounting points for this simple kind of Z mount, there was actually two levels of it. So I could lift the TV higher, which means space for a soundbar. And I think that's smart design because if you put a soundbar here, some soundbars would come over the television. So smart design to have two mounting points for the stand if you're using an entertainment unit. So 55-inch version here, $1,999 according to TCL. You'll find it at JB's and Harvey Norman for around $1,600. Comparatively, if you wanted an OLED TV, reputed to be the best television you can buy, you're talking double that, okay? So bang for your buck, we're getting pretty much the latest in lighting technology with the Mini LED. We're getting what I'm seeing is a very snappy processor, and that's my biggest challenge with any Google TV. You can buy a Google TV at a third of the price, but you'll find it has a slower processor, it might not launch apps fast, and it might not have the processing power to do things like Dolby Atmos or Dolby Vision. But the point here is this thing is snappy. It's working really, really well, super fast from everything I've tried. And the great thing is, it's a great quality TV. The 55, 65, 75-inch versions are all priced equitably on the market when you compare them to like-minded TVs. Honestly, I think the 75 is probably the best value at about $3,200 for a 75-inch Mini LED TV. And I think you get great value here. It's a beautiful design, minimalist bezel, especially around the top left and right edges. You certainly get a great picture quality, 4K resolution, and I noticed that with the Netflix, watching Netflix movies and things like that, you really get a pop from that. Plus, you know, they're using Dolby there to get the best from the content that's available. Range of apps is obviously going to be fantastic because it's Google TV. So from an operating system perspective, there's literally nothing to complain about here. In fact, it's the best operating system you can get on a TV. I've always said if you've got an old TV that doesn't have the smarts, get yourself a Google TV on a Chromecast. Best way to enjoy television because it learns what you want to watch. It recommends things to you. And of course, it's Google, so we can ask it, Superman. So it's going to now search the internet and all the content libraries for Superman, and we're going to be able to choose from the results and get ratings and all those things. So let's go. That's obviously the original, the classic there, and we can now see where we can rent and buy it. And we can dive in and find more of the cast on different places. So there's a really deep kind of content library there. It's not the best universal search, I would argue. I think like a Fetch is going to do a better universal search across apps, but You've still got voice control, voice launching of things like Netflix and YouTube. I haven't been able to use my voice to launch Stan, but that's really an integration thing from a Stan and Google TV perspective. I think sound is an absolute winner with this. It's not soundbar quality. I absolutely think that if you're buying a TV, you should consider a soundbar because you get such a great quality of sound. But there's a depth to this, and there's a big booming sub in the back of this thing, which is really giving you some of that depth. But I also think the positioning of the speakers has been done very well, because I did feel, and I always watch Drive to Survive on Netflix for my sound experience because it's overemphasized sounds from all angles. I felt a really good sound coming out from this TV by default. So on its own, by default, sound is excellent. Brightness is good. It's probably not at its peak, and I think if you have a bright lounge room, you're probably going to want to jump into the settings and play around a little bit with the brightness, but I operate in a reasonably closed off environment, or I'm watching at home in a nighttime anyway, so I find the default brightness is okay. If you do operate in a bright environment, I would tweak the settings and boost that up just a little bit. 3-year warranty, it's very premium. Like, this is the thing, for $1,600, you're getting a premium TV. And that's the thing. You step you up through the prices, you expect this. You expect a thinner bezel. You expect a better quality remote control. And that's what I'm seeing here with this TCL C835 mini LED TV. As I said, 55, 65, 75-inch versions available. And I think that while some people will tell you that mini LED is taking on OLED, it's not. There is definitely blooming of pixels, but those are things that I notice because I'm looking for that. It's a lot better than edge lit and many full array lit backlit TVs because they're not using the mini LEDs. For simplicity, there are thousands, tens of thousands of LEDs behind here that are illuminating in sections. I believe there's 200 to 250 sections of this screen that are being lit up, and that gives you that brightness and contrast that you're able to achieve, deeper blacks and brighter colors, and that's definitely what I'm seeing with this mini LED TV. I think TCL has really bumped themselves up in the last 18 months, 2 years. They've always had great TVs, but I think they've kind of struggled to push out the reputation which you get when you have Google TV, when you have mini LED. This is a technology that everyone's doing now, from the biggest companies now all the way through the market. And I think the choice of Google TV is an absolute winner. At 55 inches, $1,600, it's good value. It's not the cheapest 55-inch TV at all, but I think it sits perfectly in the top half, top of the bottom half, if you like. So it's not anywhere near the top end, but it's also nowhere near the bottom end in terms of price. And the good news is, you get the quality for that price. Great picture, great sound, great operating system, 3-year warranty, great design, great performance, shortcuts on the remote, all the simple things that I think you need in a television, whether it is in your man cave or your lounge room. TCL C835 mini LED TV with Google TV is available now at leading retailers. Check it out and let us know what you think if you happen to pick one up.